What's up, everybody? Joe White here. This is From Pillar to Post. Recording this on December 3rd, 2018. In my big rig, in the lovely city of Springfield, Missouri, inside the gated walls of the Prime headquarters. And I got a little bit of a gripe here. And that gripe is with wrestling pundits, or wrestling critics, if you will. Specifically ones who are here on YouTube. And this goes for all of them, but one in particular stood out to me this past week, and that was Jason Solomon of the Solomonster Sounds Off podcast. He called out Xavier Woods for his statement that he made in the press recently about how, or I think maybe he was at a Comic-Con, about how people who complain about wrestling are entitled babies and they should just stop. Part of his statement I agree with, and that I've been saying for a couple years now. And it was at the very first, kind of at the first part of his statement where he goes, people need to stop basically comparing NXT to the main roster. People need to stop going, oh, NXT was so great. Step it up, main roster. Let's see what you got. Blah, 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 blah. And he goes, people need to stop doing that because it's all under the WWE banner. It's all under the WWE universe, so to speak. And in a way, I kind of agree with him because and this is my take on it. I've said this for years now. People need to stop comparing NXT. I get so sick and tired of when I hear the people on Twitter go, TakeOver was awesome, but you know the main roster won't be that good. Here's the thing they have to understand. It's not meant to be that good. It's not meant to be living up to that hype. It's apples and oranges. Yes, they're all under the same fruit species, if you will, or fruit umbrella, but it's apples and oranges. But where I have my problem with Mr. Solomon is his whole take on the whole deal of, I have to keep watching because it's my job, so to speak. Look, dude, I get so sick of YouTubers, and it's not just him, it's all of them, who take the whole, we watch so you don't have to mentality. Don't you guys realize, that you're fueling the fire? You talk about how, Raw's only going to get that hardcore 2 to 3 million viewers. They're never going to get any better. What if that 2 to 3 stopped watching? That 2 to 3 million. What if they stopped watching? And it sank down to 1 million? 500,000? 250,000? That's the only way this is going to change. You guys getting on YouTube, and I've seen the light because I'm guilty of this myself. But us getting on YouTube and bitching about Raw, bitching about SmackDown, they don't listen to you. They don't have people scouring the internet wondering what your fucking little opinion is or what my opinion is. So here's my challenge to you guys. Stop watching. Cover something else in the world of pro wrestling. And do this for about a couple months. And see what happens then when the ratings dip down. And this whole thing of, well, it's only SmackDown is so much better than Raw. Guys, what's going to happen when they go to Fox? McMahon's going to have his hands on that product too. It's going to go right down the toilet. I love too how 6 months ago we were bitching about how horrible SmackDown was, and there was fire Road Dogg tweets, and Road Dogg even made like a little video where he was like being interviewed by somebody or was talking to somebody, and then he looked at him and goes, as he walked into the production meeting, and he goes, "Oh, I gotta go ruin SmackDown now." Became a joke, a meme, if you will. Fire Road Dogg. Here it is. What? 6 months later, and everybody loves SmackDown. So, and it also, going back to Jason Solomon here, it pisses me off when he goes, I can't stop watching because my YouTube views will go down. I can't stop watching this show because my views will go down, and my downloads will go down, and this will go down, and my analytics will go down, and my... Here's my thing. Fuck you and fuck your views because you're not doing anything to help. You're not. Well, Joe, people come to me instead of watching Raw. Now a lot of people have stopped watching, and they go to those pundits. They go to people like Solomon and Mike Johnson and everybody else, so that they can, and Meltzer, so that they can stop watching Raw, and they just come to us for it. We watch so they don't have to now. But you keep bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching. We need a change. We need a change. We need a change. Newsflash, motherfuckers. It's not going to change. It's not going to change until we all take a stand. We all go on strike, so to speak. We all stop buying tickets. We all stop watching. We all stop buying merch. We all stop covering the product. We act like it doesn't exist. We have to act like Monday Night Raw does not exist anymore. And soon, once they go on Fox, once SmackDown hits Fox, we're going to have to do the same to that show too. We have to stop watching anything that Vince McMahon has his hands on. NXT for now, is safe. Because it's not under the auspices of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon lets Hunter do whatever he wants. Within reason. And this bullshit of my YouTube views will go down, and I looked at my analytics, and my analytics show that WWE Raw reviews, and when I talk about WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown and the pay-per-views, that's what gets the most views. So, and don't you people realize, people who subscribe to these guys, don't you realize that they really do not want things to improve as much as they say they do? They're happy Raw is in the shitter. They're happy that you don't go and watch. They're happy that you come to them first. Why? Because Raw sucks. So they watch it and they review it because they know they'll get views. If Raw was good and they didn't have a bad thing to bitch about, why people would start watching again. And their views would go down. Oh, heaven forbid. These people don't want Raw to improve. People like Dave Meltzer and Jason Solomon and Raj over at Wrestling Inc. and all these other, they don't want the ratings to improve. They don't want the business to get hot again. Because their traffic will fall. My views will go down if I don't talk about Raw. Well, if you want this business to thrive, and if you want a business to even talk about, try not reviewing it for a change. Try letting them hit rock bottom. WWE has to hit rock bottom. They're not there yet. Remember what happened in early 1997? Early to mid 97 when they did that damn show from Germany? I believe it was where Davey Boy Smith won the European title. It may have been from Germany, where it was just god fucking awful. It was a house show with commentary looped over it. And Vince, it got a low enough rating to where Vince finally said, fuck it, something's got to change, and the Attitude Era was on. They started doing stuff with the Heart Foundation, which led to that Spring Stampede show and all that. It kicked off that, that summer of 97, where after that it was all daisies from there. The Attitude Era was started. But I get so sick and tired, man, of these fucking YouTubers, these so-called pundits. I can't stop watching it, man, because if I don't talk about Raw, my ratings will go down, my views will go down. Heaven forbid I should have to go get a normal job. It's pretty sad that these people started podcasting because they actually loved it and had a passion for it at one point. Now it's a job. A so-called job to them. They're worried more about making money than producing good podcasts. They just throw up content. It's bullshit content, but they do it because they know you'll like it. Because you like when people bitch about Raw. Let me let you in on a little secret. Raw last Monday had a few good points in there. It wasn't all bad. The stuff with Drake Maverick pissing on the robe and everything, I liked it. Well, Joe, that's bathroom humor, and it's 2018, we've all gotten away from that. No, it's Vince McMahon, pal, bathroom humor. He gets off on it. Well, maybe he does. George Carlin did a whole fucking bit once about fart jokes and how great they are. And Drake Maverick peed his pants on the Big Show grad, and that's just not funny. That's just so stupid. Here's a tip. We all want wrestling to get a little bit more realistic nowadays. Let the Big Show wrap his big ham hands around your fucking throat, Solomon and Meltzer and everybody else, and see if you don't piss yourself. But Joe, it doesn't do any good to fucking goddamn do that because you don't have they call him AOPP. That's fucking great. Bobby Heenan, back when he was managing tag teams and stuff, Jimmy Hart, they would have gladly done that. Because then the two heavies, the tag team are protecting their manager. Weren't all of you a year ago talking about how managers don't have a place in wrestling anymore? How we'd like to see more done with the managers? That was a classic manager Bobby Heenan, Jimmy Hart style storyline that they're running right now. And I like it. It's wrestling, folks. What year it is, and how society is, and blah, blah, blah. The company's so politically oriented, blah, 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 blah. You're right to a certain extent on that. They are very politically oriented right now. But they do one or two things that get away from that, and you, excuse the pun, you piss on it. Why? Can't you say good things? Can't you accentuate the positives and eliminate some of the negatives? I thought it was good. I thought the stuff with Baron Corbin, granted, he maybe shouldn't have been all over the show every other segment, but the little altercation that he had with him and Alexa Bliss was good. I like the fact, the company can't book baby faces right now. The company just can't book a baby face. You were just complaining about a decade of Cena being shoved down our fucking throats as a babyface, over Roman Reigns being shoved down our throats as a babyface. And now that the heels are actually getting a little heat, you want to bitch about it? Now that we have a group of heels, whoever mismatched and stupid they are, they're still heels. They're out there getting fucking heat, and you want to bitch about it. What the fuck do you want? I mean, goddamn, if you want WWE to be more like ROH, it's never going to happen. Go watch fucking Ring of Honor. Go cover Ring of Honor if you want. But Joe, my YouTube views will go down, and I might actually have to get a real job shoving nuggets in the deep fryer. Boo fuckity who, Jason Solomon. Boo fuckity who. I can't. If I stop watching and I try to make a little bit of an impact, a little bit of a difference in the business, I can't pay my bills because my YouTube channel will go down. Here's the thing. I'm doing this podcast from the road. I have a job. I sit behind the wheel of a truck for 11 hours a fucking day. Still manage to come on here about once or twice a week and get my opinion across. Why? Because I love to do it. I actually have a passion for podcasting. I actually take time. I lose sleep to do this because I only get 10 hours off in between driving shifts. So I use that 10 hours, some of that 10 hours, to record a podcast and get on here and vent a little bit. Because I like doing it. I've been doing it since 2006. Doesn't pay my bills. Never has. Would it be nice if it did? Yeah. I've always said that. I don't do it for the fucking money. And you shouldn't either. Worried about your silly fucking YouTube views if you stop. I can't stop watching. Yes, you can. Suck it up, Buttercup. Go get a real job. You fucking snowflake motherfuckers. Pisses me off. Sorry, hit the mute button. Motherfuckers want to talk about I can't go get a fucking, I can't stop watching, I can't make a difference, I can't go talk about nothing else because my YouTube views will go down. Snowflake motherfuckers. The Rise of Liberty podcast. I think this is the exact same thing that these people, that Stames and Jeff Edwards, shout out to those guys. This is the very thing that they bitch about. These snowflake motherfuckers. These goddamn millennial bastards. My views will go down. Well, let me get Cody Rhodes and the Bucks to come powder your pussies. Because that's what you're acting like. You want to make a difference? You want to see the wrestling business survive? You want to go and take Vince McMahon and maybe make him retire? Then do something. Stop covering the product, first of all. Stop watching the product, second of all. Act like it doesn't exist. And when SmackDown gets bad, stop fucking watching it too. Because you know as soon as Vince McMahon starts having an input on it, it's going to go down the shitter. I guarantee you, people like Jason Solomon and everybody else out there who's a so-called journalist, a so-called pundit, that first episode of SmackDown on Fox is going to come along, and it's going to suck, it's going to be different, and they're going to bitch about it. Because it draws views to their shitty YouTube channels and their shitty websites. Shouldn't knock Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson is actually a pretty damn good guy, and that the PW Insider crew try their best. But goddamn, these fucking YouTubers, man, these fuckers like goddamn Jason Solomon and Joe Cronin and the Wrestling Inc. people and Matt Morgan. Well, Matt Morgan kind of sees it from their perspective, but these motherfuckers. I used to be in your shoes and I finally saw the light because you people are nothing more than little snowflake bitches who are more worried about your little YouTube channel and your little podcast review going down. My numbers, my ratings will go down if I stop covering it. When you fail to see that if you stop covering it and start switching to something else, you have the power to make change. And you're squandering it. If you start covering other shit more frequently, people will start watching that instead of WWE. Because WWE knows that no matter how much of a shitty product they put on, no matter how much they have their ship on autopilot, you are going to keep coming back. You are that 1 to 2 million to 3 million. It's you. I'm not watching Raw tonight. Last week, yes, while those couple of points were good, the show sent me over to the edge. I'm not watching it tonight, guys. Hashtag boycott Raw. I'll watch SmackDown until they start sucking, then I'll turn the whole thing off. Cancel your network subscriptions. If the numbers start dipping, the stock starts to dip. Therefore, the motherfuckers will wake up and listen to you. Stop by, and this is to not just these podcasts, this is the general public too. Stop buying tickets. Stop buying merch. Stop watching the fucking product. Stop paying for your goddamn network subscriptions. Cut them off. Go watch fucking Ring of Honor. Go watch MLW. Go watch, can't believe I'm saying this. Go watch Impact. This AEW thing, we need to try to get that up off the ground as fans. We need to get behind that. As much as I can't stand the Young Bucks, I can't believe I'm saying this. We need to support them in this endeavor. But no, you're too worried about your YouTube views going down. You're too worried about your little numbers going down. Because heaven forbid your numbers go down and YouTube stops paying you. You might have to go fucking shovel nuggets in a deep fryer. And yes, Jason Solomon, I would like fries with that. You've just been taken from pillar to post. Have a good fucking day.